Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack complex info and get straight to what you need to know. Today, we're digging into something really crucial for parents. The harassment, intimidation, and bullying process, HIB, specifically at Yardville Elementary School. Our goal, to make clear what HIB actually is, highlight the difference between, a normal kid conflict and real bullying, and then walk you through what happens when a report gets made. It's all about giving you that clear understanding for navigating school safety.
Okay, let's jump right in. When we hear HIB, it's super easy to mix it up with just any old disagreement, right? But the school documents, they draw a really clear line. Can you help us see that distinction? Why is it so important?
Absolutely. That's really the core of it. What's interesting is just how precise the school's guidelines are. So conflict, they define it as like a mutual disagreement, an argument maybe. It's pretty normal, part of how kids learn and grow. Bullying, though, that's different. It's fundamentally one-sided. It's about aggression, and crucially, the intent is to hurt the victim, physically or emotionally. Okay, so that intent and the one-sidedness, that's key. It's not just kids squabbling, there's an imbalance there. So knowing that difference is step one. But then how does the school officially define HIB? What are the specific criteria they look at?
Right, and this gets into the legal side of things. The definition is pretty detailed. HIB can be a gesture, something written, spoken, a physical act, or even electronic stuff, texts, social media posts, things like that.
Yeah.
And it could be just one incident or a pattern.
Okay, one time or many times. And electronic, too. That's important.
Exactly. And for it to legally count as HIB, it needs to meet three specific conditions. First, it has to be seen as motivated by some characteristic, real or just perceived, like race, gender, disability, or really any distinguishing feature.
So the motivation behind it matters. Okay.
Yeah. Second, it needs to happen on school grounds, at a school event, on the bus, or even off campus if it seriously disrupts things at school.
Right, so even stuff outside school hours can count if it spills back into the school day or affects school operations.
Precisely. And third, this is key, it has to substantially disrupt or interfere with how the school runs or with other students' rights. And this is like a three-part test within that third point either. A reasonable person would know it'll harm a student or their property or make them afraid, or it insults or demeans a student or a group, or it creates what they call a hostile educational environment. Basically, it messes with their education or causes serious harm.
Wow, okay. That's quite a specific set of criteria. So it's not just the action, but the why, the motivation, and the impact, how much it disrupts things or harms the student. That complexity really explains why not every argument fits the HIB definition.
Okay, this leads us right to the practical side for parents listening. What actually happens when you suspect bullying and a report is made? What are Mr. Chiz's and Mrs. Lillo's specific roles in that investigation?
This is so important for parents to know because when something is reported as bullying, Mr. Chiz, the principal, and Miss Lillo, the anti-bullying specialist, they actually have a legal duty under New Jersey law. They must investigate.
Okay, it's not optional for them, it's required. Correct. It starts with someone submitting a HIB reporting form. That goes to Mr. Chiz, ideally within 24 hours of the incident. Then Mr. Chiz acts immediately. He puts in place some initial measures or consequences, to make sure everyone involved is safe right away.
Safety first. Makes sense. What's next?
Next, Mr. Chiz calls the parents or guardians, both the alleged targets and the alleged aggressors' families. He lets them know a report was filed and an investigation is starting.
Okay, so parents are notified pretty quickly.
Yes. Then Mr. Chiz informs Mrs. Lillo, she's the school specialist, and she's the one who formally conducts the investigation. She'll interview the students involved, the target, the alleged aggressor, and any kids or adults who might have witnessed it.
And how long does that investigation take?
They have a time frame. It has to be completed within 10 school days. All the information gathered gets put into a specific software system, my K-12, and also the state system, SSDS. Based on everything, they determine if the incident legally meets the definition of HIB under the state's Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act.
So a formal determination is made based on those criteria we talked about earlier.
Exactly. And that information gets shared up the chain electronically with the district anti-bullying coordinator, Dr. Disler, the superintendent, and even the Hamilton Township Board of Education. And it's actually the Board of Education that makes the final call on the case.
The Board of Ed makes the final determination. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes. And finally, parents and guardians get a letter in the mail explaining the outcome of the investigation. And if HIB was confirmed, or even if not, any necessary follow-up actions, like consequences or support measures based on the district code of conduct, are put into place.
So what this really boils down to for you, the listener, is that there's a very structured, legally required process that kicks in the moment potential bullying is reported. It's not arbitrary. It's a clear sequence of steps designed to address the situation systematically. So today we've really broken down this HIB process. We've clarified that vital line between normal conflict and actual bullying, and we've walked through the exact steps Mr. Chiz and Mrs. Lillo are required to take when a report comes in. Understanding all this, the definitions, the procedures, it's not just about knowing the rules, it's about feeling equipped to ensure our kids have a safe place to learn and grow. Knowing that difference between conflict and bullying and knowing the school must follow these steps really empowers you as parents to work with the school. When you think about it, how does having this clear framework, these definitions, this process really change the game for ensuring student well-being? What stands out most to you?